TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Power Rooms USA. You ever want to shoot your podcast, reach out to Power Rooms USA on Instagram at Power Rooms USA. Also, this is TBISE, the best in sports entertainment. If you ever want to follow us on Instagram, follow us at TBISE247. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at TBISE247 Sports. So, it's been highly noted, or people have their opinion about boxing. People are saying boxing is dead. People are saying that boxing is being saved by Logan Paul and Jake Paul and these guys. But in my opinion, I don't think boxing is dead, because if you look at boxing and where boxing is going, or where boxing has been, boxing has. It had a dry spell. I can't lie. It had a dry spell, in boxing. And then we had Mayweather. He kind of opened the gate for a lot of these, opened the floodgates for a lot of fighters to make more money, because a lot of fighters weren't making money. And before Floyd, we had Roy Jones, and you had Tyson, and you had a lot of you had Holyfield. You had a lot of these fighters. Older fighters. Now we fast forward to the time and where we are now with boxing, where we have, the two biggest boxers in the sport. We have Gervonta Tank Davis, and we have Canelo Alvarez, who are the cash cows in the sport. Now, as far as people saying that that boxing is dead, and saying that that Jake Paul is reviving the sport. There is some truth to that, to him, because he's bringing attention to the sport. No doubt. He's bringing attention to the sport, so we have to agree with that. But we do have boxers that are bringing attention as well. If you just look at the fight with Tank Davis and Frank Martin, it was a devastating knockout. People want to see knockouts, and he's bringing that to the sport. If you look at the fights before that, you had Crawford. The big fights, you had Crawford, who fought Spence. That was a big fight, which ended in a knockout. And you had Ryan Garcia and Gervonta and Tank Davis, who fought, and you've seen that fight ended in a knockout. Now, to say that Jake Paul is basically carrying the sport, and saying that Logan Paul is carrying the sport, and saying that these guys are the ones who are keeping the sport alive, no, they are a part of the process to keep the sport alive, but I don't think that they are the main culprits in keeping the sport alive, or they're the main guys that are keeping the sport relevant. I don't think that's true. I think that it's a collective effort by all of the boxers. Not saying that Logan or Jake aren't real boxers, because they are. Especially Jake. He's showed that his boxing skills has gotten a lot better. He's actively fighting in the ring consistently. So he showed that he has some skills. I can't lie. He do have some skills in boxing. So shout out to Jake Paul for what he's doing for boxing. Shout out to Tank Davis for what he's doing for boxing. Canelo, he's been consistently holding the torch in boxing for many years now. Many may say that Canelo needs to fight Benavidez. People are saying, hey, listen, why aren't you fighting the fights that people want to see? Some people may say Canelo earned the right to pick and choose who he wants to fight. Then you have Tank Davis, who people are saying, why aren't you fighting Shakur? Why aren't you fighting? But you are getting some of the fights that you want to see. You have gotten some of the big fights. So shout out to Jake Paul, Logan Paul. They're continuously doing what they're doing. Jake has something going on where he's going to fight Tyson sometime this year, which is going to be a big event for the sport of boxing. So I think all of those guys collectively are assisting in building the sport of boxing and keeping boxing relevant. So let's continue on doing what we're doing. This is TBISE, the best in sports entertainment.